In 1748, the king of the two Sicilies, Charles of Bourbon, began excavations around the Herculaneum Gate, and he found a necropolis, the Temple of Isis, part of the theatre district. And in 1763, he found the inscription Res Publica Pompeinorum, which linked the remains to the city of Pompei. In the early 19th century, the discovery of the outer walls of the House of the Fall with its extraordinary mosaic depicting Alexander the Great in battle were found. Truly systematic excavations began in 1861 under the direction of Giuseppe Forelli. Among other things, he had the plaster casts of the victims of the eruption made. Under the direction of Amedeo Maioli, some additional villas were found, and the excavations of the outer city limit was completed as the exploration of regions 1 and 2 and the necropolis at Porta Nogera began. At the end of the 20th century, however, the necessity of restoring some of the previously excavated buildings limited the new funds to uncovering individual buildings and leaving the northeastern area and Porta di Stabia unexplored. Despite the city's proximity to the sea and the presence of mountains to the southwest, Pompei had a strong, solid wall, which was modified on various occasions. During the Samnite Wars, the city walls were fortified, and parts were rebuilt with interior embankments and 7 doors to provide public access to the city. Later, when Hannibal descended, the city raised the height of its wall and added a walkway. This last intervention also added 12 watchtowers with 2 floors and openings, like the Tower of Mercury. The Forum was the heart of the city's daily life. It was designed as an open area surrounded by buildings for public administration, as well as worship and trade. In the Augustan age, many buildings were added, including the Magellum, dedicated to the imperial cult and sacred collegium meetings. Among these fascinating remains, the frieze that decorated the lobby of Julio Felix's house is one of the most interesting. It depicts life at the Forum: metal craftsmen, cloth and livestock merchants, bread sellers, and people offering products from the countryside can be seen, while teachers are in the middle of their open-air lessons, reprimanding their scholars. These scenes from everyday life are depicted against the rich background of monumental porticos and equestrian statues. On the northern side of the Forum, with all the weight of Vesuvius in the background, Jupiter's temple was erected, a real Capitolium based on the famous temple in Rome. It was decorated with 3 statues, Jupiter, Juno, and Minerva, placed on tall bases so that they could be seen from the Forum, and completed with an ornate podium decorated with 2 equestrian statues. It held the court where the magistrate sat and was divided into 3 naves with 2 rows of columns. The Basilica of Pompei represents one of the oldest examples of this building type. Oldest existing examples of a religious building. The temple was placed on a tall podium and was surrounded by a portico. Its altar was positioned at the center of the internal courtyard. It was also connected to Piazza Forense, on a steep lava ridge, and is considered one of the oldest and most sacred areas of the city. The Forum was accessible from Via dei Chiari.